Hi, and welcome to Speakers on Edge. We're doing 15 minutes of fame, and we've got a voice of vision with a message that matters today. Her name's Angela. Angela, who are you?
I am Angela Brooks. I am known as the Resilience Rebuilder. I'm a life coach and mentor. And I have a question. Have you ever been underestimated, counted out? Well, I can speak from experience and tell you that I have. You see, as I grew up, I was raised by a single mother. She had very little education. She had very few resources. So that made money a little tight. But she always instilled in me that you can have and do anything that you want. You put your mind to it, and if you want it bad enough. So, as a young girl, I grew up feeling that the world was going to be at my fingertips. I had a huge life plan for myself. I mean, I spared no expenses, luxury, successful businesses, several homes, even a private jet. So, as funny as that sounds, I was committed to that dream. Now, because of my background, where I was raised, which was the inner city of Chicago, my mom being a single mom, raised on welfare, for all of those reasons, there would be some narrow minded people who would count me out, but they didn't know my determination, my fortitude, the grit, the fire that I had inside of me to make a better life for myself and to show others how to create a better life for them. So I began to do it. I started to knock those obstacles down and those, um, small minded thoughts that I wouldn't succeed. I began with getting a good education. I moved through life and went into corporate America. I was very successful, but I found that that wasn't my passion. That wasn't where I wanted to be. I knew that I had a purpose bigger than that. So that's when I focused on bettering myself and pulling myself out of that situation so that I could then teach others how to do the exact same thing. Now, when I tell you that this was done, that I accomplished that, it's not to take away from the fact that it's going to be difficult. When life throws obstacles at you, sometimes they hit hard. But what I want you to hold on to my voice today and remember is that you absolutely can. You're asking yourself as you're watching me. You may have been raised in the same environment that I was raised in. So you're wondering, can I do that? Can I actually have the life that she's saying he has? And I want you to know, hold on to my words when I say, yes, you can. Now, it's going to take some work. It's going to take a decision from you. Are you really willing to put in the time and the effort that it's going to take in order to make it happen? I'm not saying that, this is something this is going to be a fly by night decision. You have to know that you are committed to bettering this life. So once you make that decision, then you just start to take the steps. I always say, acknowledge where you are first. Don't lie to yourself. Face it head on, and then make the decision of where it is that you want to go, where it is that you want to be. Your dreams may not be luxurious, right? Like mine. You may want a simple life. That's fine. Whatever a fulfilling, purpose-filled life is for you, then that's what you go after. Now, I currently work with individuals who have overcome various obstacles from loss, abuse, a lack of confidence. Because let's be honest, let's keep it real. When life's obstacles and things start to be thrown at you, sometimes it knocks the wind out of you. And the very first thing it eats away at is your confidence and the belief that you have in yourself and the fact that you can create a better life. So your self-talk is going to be the most powerful conversation that you will have. I want you to remember that. No one is going to influence you as much as the conversation you have in the mirror with yourself. So that's where I start with all of my clients. I want us to be honest about where we are. I want us to have a goal and a vision for where we're going. And then we just start to work backward. We work on the day to day steps that it's going to take in order for you to get there. And like I said, your life doesn't have to look like mine, your dreams and goals. They don't have to be the dreams and goals that I had as a young girl. But whatever it is that fulfills you, whatever makes you get up and you're happy, then I say go for it.
I have a question for you. I'm listening intently, taking notes.
Absolutely.
And whilst I love the idea of the private jet,
Well, you got to get around.
I actually did a flying lesson myself for my
Really?
40th birthday. Yes. It was an incredible experience being at the hands of a Cessna 182.
Oh, wow. Yes,
that
absolutely.
was incredible. Yes, I had the instructor next to me, but I did some really fun things with it. So,
Awesome.
we look at things like the jet as a object of greatness,
Right.
and we have that self-talk.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
Right.
Oh, I couldn't do that. That's too big. That's way too
Mm-hmm.
big.
Mm-hmm.
How do we handle that self-talk?
Well, I think it's important to first remember that we were created in the image and likeness of God. I'm a Christian, so my faith has gotten me through everything. And it's important for us to know how God sees us, and that will help us to see ourselves in a different light. You are great. You were sent here for a purpose filled life. So it is important for you to connect to that greatness. No matter what it is that you've gone through, that does not define you. Your situation does not define you. I don't care what background you have, what religion you come from, your socioeconomic status is irrelevant. I mean, in the core of who you are, right? I want you to hear the voice that I am meant to do something wonderful. And it's not that it's just meant for me, it's meant for me to pass this on to the next generation or others who are watching you. Because believe it or not, there are people watching your life right now. It may be your children, it may be your sisters and brothers, or the outside world. But somebody is watching you. They're admiring that what you're doing, what steps you're taking. And if you do a complete, 180, they're going to notice it. So believing in yourself starts with knowing who you are, what purpose that you have. I always say, we've heard the saying before, but it's so true. The two most important dates are the date you were born and the date that you find out why you were born. Don't waste time. Find out.
I'm taking notes here because you just said one of the most. This is why I love doing the show, because it's voices of vision with messages that matter. And you just said there are two dates that are so important. I'm going to repeat it: the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Yes.
How can we help people find out their why?
Mm-hmm.
How
Well, I think
do you help them?
yeah. I first find out what they're passionate about. We've all had that dream um, of what we wanted to do in life. And then sometimes we get to be a doctor, because it's a safer path. But you don't get anything in this life by playing safe, right? You have to step outside of your comfort zone, find out what it is that drives you, that makes you want to get up in the morning instead of hitting the alarm clock and snoozing. So that's what I help my clients to figure out. What is that dream that you left behind years and years ago because you thought it wasn't a smart decision, or it wasn't a path that people, family, friends would agree with? Forget about that. Forget about them. This is your life. You've got one shot at this. Make it count.
But I want their approval. I want them to like me and I want them to approve what I'm doing.
I know, but you can't. You can't get caught up with that. That's going to be the road of headache and heartache and unfulfillment, and it's no fun.
And again, this is why we have people like you on the show, because these messages matter. There are so many people out there that are living a life that everybody else has directed them to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
and I look at my own experiences in life, and my CV is ridiculous, the things that I've done in my life. And when people have asked me, well, you did that, huh? And it was
Yeah,
simple. Why did you do it? No, well, it's simple. People said I couldn't.
right. Absolutely.
And it wasn't for me to prove to them that I could. I was proving to me that I could.
Yes. Yes,
And
that's the key.
that was how I discovered a lot of my why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why we have the show today.
Yeah,
It's part of my why, making television more accessible to more people.
right. Right. And the everyday
Having
people. The everyday people is what's important. You know, it's
exactly.
it's not the people that are celebrities we look up to, that we admire. It's not them. We want everyday people to know, hey, you can follow that dream. You can make a good living at it, but you can still fulfill that inner need, that need to feel like you're making a difference. That was very important for me.
And it's really important that we do make that difference to lead a fulfilling, purposeful life.
Yeah.
Was there one thing that happened that made you realize what was your definition of a fulfilling, purposeful life?
Well, there have been many, Jake. But if I was going to pick out the one thing that really made a difference, it was probably the time frame that I went through being homeless. And I mean, at that point, you're at your lowest, right?
Yeah.
You can't go any lower. So it's only up from that point on. And I knew without a shadow of a doubt that there was more for me to accomplish. It wasn't about, like you said, getting the approvals and the nods from everybody else. I had to prove to myself that I could rise out of that situation, that I could make something of myself and prove all the naysayers wrong.
And you also proved to yourself how amazing you are and how capable you are and
Mhm.
how underestimated others believe we are.
Yes,
Angela, how
absolutely.
can people find you?
Well, the best way would be my website, and that is angelaspeaks.org. So you can be in contact with me. You can reach out for, help and assistance. I want people to really know that they can win. And I'm here to support that however they need me to support them.
Oh, that has been incredible. And you will also have your image on our website and speakersonedge.com under our 15 Minutes of Fame guests. This has been a message that matters. What's your why? We'll see you
Absolutely.
next time on Speakers on Edge. Thanks, Angela. Bye,
Bye. Thank
everyone.
you.